I can ask questions, you answer. Like we are just discussing. So it's a communication. It's not like a lecture where I'll come and lecture and go. No, it's like a conversation. So I'll call it a conversation. We are going to have a wonderful conversation today. So I'm going to be basing my conversation around 3 key themes. I'll be talking about 3 key themes. And the first one is inspiration. The second one is action. And the third one is impact. What did I say? Inspiration, action, and impact. So I want you guys to say, let me know you're following me. What are the 3 key themes I'll be talking about?
Inspiration, action, and impact.
Okay, very good. So inspiration is the number one. What do I mean by inspiration? What inspires you to do what you are doing? I believe that everyone on this call, we are 30 on this, everyone on this call has a smartphone, right? We all
Yes.
have a smartphone. That's why you're able to join this call. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my own journey, how I started. I remember the last time during the Varlc Project anniversary, I talked about my journey. As an undergraduate, I don't have a smartphone. In fact, the first phone I used was my late uncle's phone. It was not even a smartphone. And after that, my cousin dashed me one Nokia Touch. At year 3, year 4, I don't have a phone. I don't have a laptop. I had to meet some people to beg them to see if I can raise some money. And later, someone dashed me one phone like that. But the phone did not last. Later, someone helped me and break the phone. So I became phoneless again. And I bought itel phone. The itel cannot even connect to internet. This was what I was using. Even as a graduate, I was using this iPhone. That's why if I see those of you in school that have a lot of opportunities, you have your smartphone. If you have your phone, you have opportunities. If you have phone, you have opportunities. So in 2021, when my father died, after the burial, it was the money we realized from burial that I used to buy the first phone I bought in my life. That I bought around 62,000 then. In fact, it was agreement between everybody in my family that I should carry that money and buy phone because I wanted to enroll for Chinese, to do Chinese class and then see if I can get a scholarship and travel to China. This was my inspiration because I want to travel out to China on scholarship. So I was inspired to get a smartphone. And when I got the smartphone, what was the first thing I started looking for? I got a smartphone in 2021. What was the first thing I started looking for? I started looking for opportunities. I started browsing. What are opportunity, TV programs, this. I started looking out. I got into one, Next Titan. I went for audition. My organization, then I don't have a name. I'm just doing shoemaking, bag making. I went for audition. I was selected for 250,000 grant. That was in 2021. But they never paid us the money till 2023. But as time goes on, I started joining different groups, WhatsApp groups, because we created a WhatsApp group at that program. I saw a girl that is winning. I told her, how did you do this? I want to start winning like you. And she said she's going to create a group where she'll be sharing opportunities. I said, okay. I joined the group. I started sharing. What advice did she give me? Apply for everything. Even if you're not qualified, apply. That was that advice. I'll never forget it. I started doing what she said, apply for everything. 2022, I was still trying to understand where is my calling. I was teaching, I was doing a lot of things. So I've shared my inspiration because I wanted to go to travel out. That was what inspired me to even get a smartphone. So you that have a smartphone, you have all the opportunities. Like when I see people that are in undergraduate and you are seeing a lot of scholarships. When I was an undergraduate, I didn't even know that all these things existed because I don't even have a phone. How am I going to be connected to the digital world? So you that have a phone and you are saying you don't know what to do, that means you're not serious with your life. If you have a phone and you are not getting opportunities, that means you don't know how to use the phone. The moment I got this phone, I started making money with the phone. I started getting opportunities through the phone. What's the next thing I said? The first one is inspiration. The next one is what? What's the second?
Action.
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 Very
Yeah.
Action
good.
and power.
Sorry, is it action? The second one, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Good,
an impact.
Action. Action.
good. Like I said, I wanted to go to China, right? That's my inspiration, my vision. Did I just stop there? No. I took action by getting a smartphone. And when I got the smartphone, did I stop there? No. I started searching for opportunities. It's not now that we already have a lot of WhatsApp group. That time I don't even have any WhatsApp group. I don't even have anybody to talk to. It's only my village people are the people that I know. I don't know anybody. It's in the village that like when we came back from the north, we stayed in the village. That was where I grew up. That was where I did my undergraduate. I was not even living in the school. I was working full time, attending lectures only 3 times, only afternoon lectures. I miss a lot of classes. So I don't have time to connect, to live all this student life with other people because I had a lot of things. I'm working, I have my work full time, trying to survive, pay my school fees. So a lot of things. But I did not allow those things to stop me. I say that anytime, okay, I believe that most of us are Igbo, right? As in, I'm going to wait ụla bụ ụtụtụ ya, right? Mgbe eji
Yes.
teta ụla bụ gịnị? Bụ ụtụtụ ya.
Eziokwu.
Ehe.
Eziokwu.
Eteta m ụla na 2021. Or 2021 bụ my morning. 2021 is my own morning because that is when I woke up. That is when I got a smartphone. That is when I became passionate. I see that this is where I want to go to, even though I did not later decide to go to China, but at least start from somewhere. So when I start looking out for all these opportunities, applying, my friend told me apply for everything. The funny thing is that I've even lost her contact, but I need to see that girl to thank her. Like she said, apply for everything, and I started doing that. 2022, I was getting certificate programs, courses. I'll be taking those courses. I was still teaching then. I had a lot of issues with my boss because I started holding my phone every time. Every time they are warning me. You're not the only one that have phone in this school. It got to a point my boss started threatening, saying it indirectly that she would break somebody's phone. That term, I just submitted my resignation letter. I resigned without having any other job. I don't know what was giving me that morale. The way I used to resign from work, I don't used to have another job. I'll just resign. If I feel like I'm fed up, I'll just submit my resignation. And I've never been stranded. The next day, I'll get another job. So that thing happened. I submitted my resignation. She was like, did she offend me? Did she do anything bad to me? I said, no, but you know why I'm resigning. I don't need to come and tell you why I am resigning. I don't want to have problem with you. You know exactly why I'm resigning. I got another place. My boss there was my friend. So she allowed me. If I have a travel opportunity, my first travel opportunity was to Enugu, and it was by road. They gave us 50K for transportation, but that was my first time of lodging in a hotel. I was so happy. I was excited. I traveled to Enugu, stayed for 4 days. My boss allowed me. That was in 2022, November 2022. It was, assuming I did not go to that Enugu, like, assuming I did not go to Enugu, I don't think I'll be where I am today. That program, they wrote it fellowship. I applied. I was selected. I don't know the meaning of fellowship then. When I saw fellowship, I was saying, is it church program? Are they bringing us to Enugu to come and pray, do retreat? That was what I had in my head then. I don't want to go. I did not participate in the activities in the group. It was during that minute I started seeing that they are going to give us stipend for our travel. That stipend was what motivated me. I said, okay, let me go. Since they will give us 50K for our travel, let me just go to the Enugu. When I got there, on the last day we are supposed to leave Enugu, two of our those that came for the program, two of them were having a conversation, and one of them was saying how she taught some girls how to make reusable sanitary pad. I was not part of the conversation, but the moment she said that and it entered my ear, I browsed my phone. Is it possible? Is there anything like reusable sanitary pad? I browsed it. I saw, oh, it can be made with local. I checked how can someone make reusable sanitary pad. I saw it. And the trash to car challenge was coming up. I was already thinking of what to do for the trash to car challenge with textile waste, whether to do artwork. I was considering doing artwork. So the moment I got that reusable sanitary pad idea, I said, okay, for the trash to car challenge, I participated in July. I did not win. They needed only 3 winners in the whole world. So this time around, let me do both the artwork and the reusable sanitary pad. Any of them can enter their eyes and they'll select me. I did both of them. I submitted December 2022. I submitted it. January, I was announced as the winner, first position in the world. That thing changed my mindset. That was when I started believing in myself, because all this while, if I see opportunities, they need one person, two persons, three persons, I'll wave it. No, this one is not for me. I cannot do it. How can I be one of the maybe one person in the world, two persons, three persons? That's how I keep limiting myself until I won the Trash Sugar Challenge. That was when I believed in myself. During the award ceremony, I told them, I'm going to take this on the next level. I'm going to register this as an organization. Then we don't even have a name. So along the line, we started looking for names, which name is going to fit into what we are doing. That was how we came up with Team Up Cyclers. And that was how I got breakthrough 2023. I had my first flight from Abuja to Enugu, from Abuja to Lagos, Lagos to Anambra, fully funded. We lodged in the Lagos Continental Hotel. I mean, it was Nigeria, yes, but the experience is so exciting. But what if I did not apply? What if I didn't take that advice I was given? Apply for everything. Do you know what I'll still be doing today? I'll still be teaching and collecting 30,000 naira salary. When I started teaching, I was earning 8,500. From 8,500, I got another one 16,000, another one 25,000. And I did all these jobs for so many years. The one of 8,500, I did it for 4 years. I was paying my school fees from it. The one of 25,000, I did it for 2 years. I got another one of 30,000. I did it for a few months. I mean, assuming I did not take that advice, apply for everything. Assuming I did not make use of my phone. At a point, I saw other opportunities. I lost interest in the Chinese. I say, I don't go China again. I don't want China again, because I've seen a lot of places that are better than China. So many opportunities that I can get with just my smartphone. I don't even have a laptop. When did I get a laptop? It was in UK that I got my laptop, because I came for my studies and everything is online. I had to buy a laptop. So I believe that most of you in this call, you have phone, you have laptop, you even have tablet. So what are you doing with it? You're watching movie. It's recently that I started, in fact, it's now that I came to UK that I start watching comedy. For like 2, 3, 4 years, I stopped watching comedy. At a point, I removed Facebook from my phone because it's a very big distraction to me. I removed Facebook at a point. It's now that I feel like, okay, at least I've gotten a scholarship. Now let me take a little break. But it's not like I took the break entirely. So what's our next point? Impact, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But
I want this session to be interactive. I don't want to be talking to myself. So what's the next point?
impact.
Good.
Impact.
Good.
Impact.
So when I started doing this project, the first thing that motivated me was the benefits, the money, the travel. But along the line, I started doing it because I want to make impact. I started doing it out of passion. Passion, like when you are passionate about something, you will go to any length. I remember in 2022, I did a lot of projects with my money in 2022 because I feel like this is a cause I'm passionate about. That was how I discovered my passion in climate change. I did the Climate Actors Accelerators program, the SDG Advocate program. I acquired knowledge about the Sustainable Development Goals, climate change. And what route did I take? Since I am already a teacher, I've taught in so many schools, I decided to take the educational route. First, I was still teaching. I will beg my boss, they will allow me. I will do some projects in the school. I will teach the students about SDGs, menstruation, climate change, reusable sanitary pad. Then, when I came to Abuja in 2023, I also got another place I was working. They were paying me 60,000. The highest salary I've received in my life is 60,000. I've never gotten a government work. So imagine if I had not taken this route of change making, I don't know what would have become of me. Like now, I don't know what would have become of me. Even my family, my friends, a lot of people that are depending on me now. So what would have become? That means all these people would have maybe, I don't know. I know that I've impacted a lot of lives already. I've touched a lot of lives. But what if I didn't do this thing that I was supposed to do? So when it gets to a point that you start doing things not just for the money or for the benefits, but because you want to make impact. I remember that when I was a child, I keep saying I want to have an organization, I want to do charity, but I don't know how. I don't even know when to start or how to start. But look at how it just started, like play, competition, apply for everything. That was how I started, had an organization. Now this year I've registered this as a company and doing a lot of programs. Apart from the online stuffs, we go to IDP camps. We have visited 6 IDP camps in Abuja, recruited over 10 volunteers that we work with in Abuja. We have volunteers in Anambra that we work with. And those people at the IDP camps, those things we teach them, these are the things they don't have anybody to teach them. Reaching over 3,000 IDPs, we have trained them. We've given out gifts, solar torchlights, cash reward, a lot of things to those in the IDP camp and the ones we did in the schools in Anambra State. So this time around is more of impact, which is why when you apply for award, they will see your impact, they will see what you have done. They will be able to give you the award because they've seen, oh, you have done so many things. So you that is on this call now, you don't have any limitation. You have phone. You join this call because you get phone. You no get limitation. Me, I no get phone. I no get the opportunity when I was in school. But now, guy, you no get any excuse. You no get excuse not to make it. So today we are celebrating International Women's Day. It's not just for women, both women and men. I know that girls, boys are all on this call. So what do you want to do with your life? What is your takeaway from this program? What are you taking away today? I'm giving everyone assignment. I want to see what you start doing. I want to see what you start doing. I don't have money. That's why I started using waste. Assuming I had money, I will go and buy new things and produce new things and sell. Because I don't have money, I use waste. You no go buy waste. Don't say, oh, I don't have money. You have your smartphone. So there are a lot of opportunities, scholarships, fellowships, grants, international trips. A lot of them are out there waiting for people to apply for it. Before, when I see those things, I'll feel like, oh, these things are scam. People don't used to win it. You know that when I started applying 2022, my sister will be laughing at me because all the applications, I keep getting rejection. She'll be laughing at me. If I go to LinkedIn, I'll see people posting their win. I'll tell her, stop laughing at me. I know that one day I'll win. People are winning. I'm seeing their posts in LinkedIn. She'll tell me, go and rest. Like she don't believe, how many months have I been applying? Have I ever win anything? Consistency. That was what helped me. Consistency. If you're not consistent with anything you are doing, that means you're not going to make it. You need to be resilient. You need to be consistent. Even if you're not seeing the result now, keep doing it. As long as you're doing the right thing, keep doing it. One day you will get a breakthrough. And you know one thing about this, if you win one thing, you will start winning. That's how the thing is. If you win one thing, you start winning. And another thing that matters a lot is credibility. If you win a project grant, you have to do the project, submit the reports, the receipts, everything. When they see, oh, this person is very accountable. When you're applying for another thing, put the receipts, put the project you have done before, put the report, the receipt, put it for them. They will see it. They will say, oh, this person is very accountable. They will be able to give you the money to do another project. That's why you see some people, they are winning and they keep winning because they are very accountable. It's not the one you win, carry the money, put in your pocket and eat the money. You do not do any project. And the next one you're applying, you do not show them evidence of what you have done with what you won before. It does not mean it does not count. So you need to be accountable in everything you're doing. So I'm going to be taking questions because I have another class in the next 27 minutes. So we need to be a little bit faster. So if you have any question or comments or what you have learned, I want you to tell me what you will do from today. In fact, I want to hear testimonies, people that attended this call, what you have achieved in the next 2-3 months. I want to hear testimony. So thank you.
Thank you very, very much. I don't even know where to start to appreciate. It was impactful. So you said when you're in school, you no get food, and you bought a phone after your dad's burial. That's quite to digest, actually. actually. So it's actually trying to us that there's a lot of things we can do even with this our item that we are using. Thank you so very much. I will check for questions and then start asking you. I have my own questions, but I'll ask at the end after everybody has. Let me check. Okay. Um, so somebody was asking, what are the things should we put in mind? What are the things should we put in mind when applying for grants that will give us upper hand and more chance on being selected? Like, what are the things should they do that will give them more upper hand and give them more chances of being selected than various other persons?
I think the thing that matters the most is identifying a problem you want to solve. Look around you. What is the problem you want to solve? How are you connected to that problem? And make sure that whatever you are submitting or whatever you are applying with, let it align with the sustainable development goals. There are 17 SDGs. It mustn't align with all the 17, but at least one, two, three SDGs, and make sure you show them how it aligns with these SDGs. And also, there is no smoke without fire, right? So
Yeah.
make sure there is a problem you are trying to solve without your solution. If they see the problem, put the statistics concerning the problem. For example, if I'm talking about menstrual health, I go to well reputable statistics like World Bank, UNICEF. I get their data concerning menstrual health. I include these things in my problem statements. I always start with a problem. This is a problem, and then relate it to myself. How does this affect me and other people around me? Then, what am I planning to do to solve this problem?
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, now that you've said this, I'm hearing problem statements, and sorry, I want to ask a question. Do I need to be a very good writer before I can stand out when I'm applying for opportunities?
That is not true. You know why I said it's not true? Because me, when I started applying, I could barely write 100 words. You know, 100 words. I could barely write 100 words. In fact, when I looked at the essay that I used to get the Climate Actors Accelerators program, when I looked at the essay one day, I started laughing at myself. It wasn't up to 100 words. In fact, God just wants to see the effort you make. When you make effort, you'll be surprised. Just like, how will I put it? They say grace built on measure, grace built on measure. So you need to dispose yourself for that grace of God to locate you. Don't just say, I will not apply, I don't know what to write, this. Just apply. If God wants to use that thing to bless you, God will use it to bless you. But one thing about application is that the more you apply, the more you get better, the more you get perfect. So I didn't know everything when I started. I didn't know everything. In fact, most of my scholarship essays in 2022, if I look at them, I will be laughing. Even the one I thought this was my best, I cannot use that again. It's even it's among the worst now, because the more you write, the more you get better.
Oh, okay. How did you, on that personal question, how did you handle rejection? Because a lot of us, particularly myself, I find it hard to handle rejection. If I get rejection like this, for the next 5 days, I might be very, very inactive. Like, how do you handle rejection that makes that makes you kind of very strong, makes you have the will to actually push on? How do you handle rejections?
Well, rejection rejection is part of the growth journey. In the beginning, it wasn't easy for me, actually. It wasn't easy for me. But at a point, I trained my mindset in such a way that rejection will never hurt me. I know that some rejections I cried for it. In 2023, that I took second position in Lason Torres Business School Scholarship. I mean, imagine, I didn't know they needed only one person in Africa. I saw the scholarship, I applied. I didn't know it was one person. I got email, I moved to the next stage, did interview, took test, until when they invited me for the second interview. It's up to like 5 processes. During the second interview invite, that was when I saw they said we are remaining two. I had to go back to the advertisement and answer, oh, it's only one person they even needed. After the interview, the woman said I should be expecting good news. On my mind is that I'm going to Spain. That was on my mind until I got a heartbreak. I cried. After I cried, I said, well,
Chai,
God wants a
chai.
better.
So instead of Spain, you experience Spain.
Exactly, just remove the S. Well, that scholarship covers
Nice
only
one. Nice one.
the scholarship covers only my tuition. So when I was crying, I said anyway, it's only tuition now. I still have to take care of my expenses. That God knows the best. Maybe it's not yet time. That's what I used to console myself. If I lose anything, I say I put in the work, I gave my best, and I didn't get it. So God knows the best for me. God has always given me the best. And this is not an exception. That's what I keep telling myself. So one thing is to affirm yourself, give yourself words of affirmation. I'm the type of person that nobody can confuse me in what I believe. Like I'm not somebody that pressure can move, even family. Like nothing can move me easily. I'm not easily moved. I believe like anything I look at, like anything I focus that I'm doing this thing. That's where all my mind is. I'm not paying attention to any side distraction. When I stopped focusing on other so many countries, I said it's UK that I want. All my friends were begging me, apply to US, they will take you. You have the award, you have the this, you have that, you have that. Apply to US. I told them no, it's UK that I want. I kept on applying to UK. At a point, they were pitying me. At a point, okay, I got MasterCard interview. After the interview, that day I was going to the bank. I was already outside. I received rejection. I just enter one shop, sit down first, buy water, drink, because I not get energy to continue that journey again. I mean, why is it always anytime I'm going out, that rejection will come in? Disorganize my move. I sat there. Will I cry? MasterCard, like, guy. You know, they are giving laptop, fully funded trip, stipend, around 500 plus stipend every month. I mean, that's crazy. And I lost it. I had to console myself. In the few coming weeks, I was still going out again. The same scenario played. Erasmus sent me a rejection. They put me in wait list. I did their interview already. And the man told me that I will go far in life, that I should be expecting a good news. All those people that will tell you expect good news, they are very deceptive. Like they will
Wicked set of people.
I'm telling you, it's better don't tell me to expect anything. Let me just know that anything that happens. Do you know this, there is one stuff I got. When I did the interview, after interview, I was crying. I said that I've lost this thing because the way they bashed me in that interview. At the end of the day, I got a selection email. Like I wasn't expecting it. But you see those ones I'll tell you, you did well, excellent, wonderful, wonderful. Expect good news. Guy. Those guys are deceptive.
I can relate.
Erasmus break the remaining portion of my heart that MasterCard left. Erasmus broke it. I went back to that shop again. I sat there. I started having work ache. I buy gelatin, chop gelatin, continue my journey. So this one I got now was the thing I did not expect. I just applied it casually because Nigeria is not their priority. I said, okay, let me just apply. If I did not apply, I did not lose anything. I mean, I've gotten to the level whereby rejections does not break me, even though at a point it can get to me. But there was a day I received 6 rejection in one day like this. Six from early in the morning, 4 a.m. I woke up to it myself. I saw rejection. I delete them. You know, reach 6, another rejection drop. I delete them. Before 12, it don't reach 4. I delete them. Another one enter, extra 2 before evening. Will I stop applying? What do we normally say in the group? Back will bear witness. If they reject you for one, back it up with 3 applications. If you receive 1 rejection, use 3 applications, back up. That's what we do. That's our way. So we have rise above rejection. I mean, last year I applied the most. January last year, I applied like 50 things. Only January, I be 60. I say, let me count it. I was intentional about it. It's up to like 50 something, close to 60. January 2024. Out of all those things, how many did I get? Be like say na one or two, and money no dey sef. Money no dey am. Na one Kwangala trip like that. I went to Bauchi, go to Anambra, go to Abuja, all those nonsense trip. And God just saved me for road that time. I say never, I no fit do this kind of rubbish again because I need money. Give me 200k, all the travel plus radio broadcast, everything don chop the money finish. I came back empty-handed. I no do that kind of rubbish again. So throughout last year, I got more than 300 rejections. If you count all those things in the award, is it up to 15? What I got last year? Is it up to 15? I don't know. Is it up to 20? I don't think it's up to 20. But rejections were more than 300. It's because I did not count the job rejections. If I add job rejections there, because I came to UK, I started applying for job. The job rejections are past 100. I don't want to add it to other application rejections. So if you say I'm getting rejection, I'm not applying again. Now you do yourself. Oh, rejection they keep person. You know they keep person. You never kill me, so you know go kill you. Nothing like I'm not doing again. You have to be focused. You have to be resilient. In fact, some people ask me, what gave you the morale? You got 40 rejections in scholarship and you keep on applying. At some point, I remembered some things I did not add to the list. I got more than 45 scholarship rejection. Because I started remembering, sometimes I remember, oh, I applied for this thing. I didn't add it to the link. Even Saudi Arabia, we are not applying. Even Burkina Faso, to know how desperate I was to get a scholarship. I applied to Burkina Faso. My sister tell me, even Burkina Faso, ha. I say, yes, I go there. I need scholarship.
So long as it's not Nigeria.
Guy, that Burkina Faso thing, I know how I convinced my sister. I was begging her, let me just apply to this Burkina Faso. She's telling me Burkina Faso, how much is even the stipend? Around 200 and something euro. I think 250 euro. I tell her, but I don't have money. Last year, how many grants did I win last year? Just one grant. I did only one project. The other one that would have paid, they did not pay me till today. It's more than 12. Okay, this month to make it 1 year, they have not paid me. It's only one grant that I won last year out of more than 300 applications that I did. I win only one grant, and how many awards? I think 3 awards or so. And other ones are wait list, nominations, wait list. Guy, scholarship come dey break my heart on top. Omo, I no get money again. Did I got this my scholarship? I'm already broke. I don dey broke. I don finish projects, do projects, put report, everything. I don broke. I don read. That morning I say, be like say I go find teaching work. Oh, guy, grant no pay. Be like say I go back to that teaching work. This is what I was considering. That morning I got that scholarship. I was in Anambra for one project. I was with my family. I prepare finish. Let me go for project. I open my phone. I see congratulations. I say no, let me read this thing very well. I zoom it very well. Read it. Let me be sure that this is actually a congratulation. I started shouting, oh, mommy, I've gotten a scholarship in London. My brother rushed inside, tie me up, spin me. Drop me. He rushed outside, go and chatter drink. All of them started popping champagne. I just called the people I'm coming to do project. I canceled the project. I called my husband. I told him, started shouting. Guy.
I remember calling your phone that day. Like, it was crazy. The joy.
Like, I don't think I've ever feel that kind of joy. Like, I told myself, any day I'll get scholarship, I'll lie down on the floor and roll on the floor. I did it that day. Like, all the energy in my body disappeared. I was just like a paper. Like, I roll on the floor. Because since 2022, this is 2 years journey. And it ended in London, which is UK. I mean, I've been searching for UK all this while. Because of UK, I refused to apply to US. And I mean, so what's the essence? I apply for everything. This one I won, assuming I did not apply. I said, oh, they said that top priority country is Palestine, Yemen, Iraq. I'm not staying in these countries. Assuming I said this and I did not apply. Where will I be now? I'll be Nigeria, I'll be Abuja now. And you know what happen? Grant never pay me till today. I don't chop many grants, 3 grants. They never pay me. I for don read by now. I for don dey teach. I for don carry my teaching bag, go back to one school, go dey teach. So
The reward of
Like,
teachers are in heaven.
no. I need my own. That's why you need to apply your teaching skills creatively. Know what you can do. Don't just be teaching. Like, what's the difference between rich people and poor people? Sometimes those poor people, it's not like they're not hardworking, but sometimes they're not creative in their hard work. They're not creative in their hard work. Okay, like let me give an example now. ChatGPT came out, right? I was one of the people that was very, very against ChatGPT. I was against it. I refused to use it until one of my friends told me that's what we call prompt engineering. It's not like you're asking ChatGPT to do the work for you. You just define it to ChatGPT. Let ChatGPT now help you arrange this thing to be better. It's not like ChatGPT is doing the work. ChatGPT is replacing your brain. No, but it helps you to work smartly. When I apply that, honestly, it was smart actually. When I applied it, my work started coming out in a better way. In a better way. So we need to flow with the trend. Any other question?
Yeah, yeah.
I have 10 minutes.
I have
10 minutes. I have
question.
another
Please, I have
call.
question.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. When I went, like, when I got my own scholarship too, and I went abroad, I felt the same way you felt. Do you get? I just, yeah. I went, I've gone to various countries, but people on the call will not believe, but it's fine. Sorry, I just have like two more questions there, and she can ask her question very, very fast. Number
Okay.
one, you told me over 300 rejections. I don't understand. How many opportunities do you think you have applied in your life for? And number two, Nigeria or London? Sharp, sharp.
Nigeria or London? What do you mean by that?
Choose one, like choose one, Nigeria or London. Definitely, if you choose London, it's
Wait now, let me choose.
okay.
Is it like which one I prefer between the both?
I don't just Nigeria or London. Choose one.
I choose Nigeria. You may be surprised why I choose Nigeria, right?
Yes, I'm surprised.
I don't want to work on another man's dream. I want to work on my own dream. My dream is to build a a company in Nigeria, to build something that will make impact. Like if I'm okay, I'm not saying London is not good. London is good, quite alright. But as we grow, as time changes, our mindset changes as well. So sorry that the fire alarm is just, oh God, what's happening? I'm coming.
When I, wa- when I was in Germany too, it also affected me.
Nane, what is this? Fire alarm everywhere. We cannot relate.
Firefighter.
Let's just continue. Yes. Mhm.
I think Uzoma wanted to ask a question. Uzoma, can you ask the question?
Yes,
Sorry.
thank you very much. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, I don't know. What's it with Nigeria? With can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Because I was having network issue, that's why I was asking. So my question is, although she was telling us that she joined many groups, but I'm not sure if that's exactly how she got all those opportunities. But where exactly is she seeing all those opportunities? Like, where is it? Oh, sorry, oh. Like, where? I want to know. Is it WhatsApp group only, or I don't know?
Please, can we? I need to leave this call now. Please. I need to fix some things. Please, just drop your question. I'll address it. Okay.
Okay, okay, no problem, no
Good
problem. I
evening,
think I
now.
can answer this. Yeah, I can
Drop
answer
your
this question
questions.
myself.
I'll address it. Thank you.
Good evening, please. Can I ask
Okay.
my question? Okay. Sorry, please.
Ask
About
fast.
this,
Ask
Sorry, about these SDGs now. I don't know, I'm not sure that you were a student while you are applying. So I don't, can you be more practical about how we can actually do stuff related to this SDG that actually help us to get selected for these opportunities? Because these SDGs, they look like all these, let me say, adult kind of stuff, not something really students can do or whatever. I don't know how you are laughing at me. Please, if you should bear with me, like I'm very, very lost.
Please send all your questions to Vark. He's going to send it to me. I'll address all of them, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma.
Thank you
I'll,
very
I'll
much,
be using
Jennifer. Hope
Thank
you're
you
right.
very
So
much.
yeah,
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
it was
Really
insightful.
appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she had to. Yeah, she has a meeting by I think 8. I think it's already started. She's not in Africa, so no African time. Somebody asked about how did she get opportunities. I'm very sure. At least 80% sure that if you're to be on our VAC opportunities group, you would not be having these issues. On the VAC opportunities group, I'm sure there are over 100 applications that are currently ongoing, both for students and for individuals like adults and everything, where you can get these opportunities and then you can apply. I think after the call, you should send a DM to VAC TV if you haven't. And if you're on the group and you're not seeing this opportunity, it means you have not been very active. And I would just like encourage you to be active on the group. And for the guy that's asked about SDGs, let me tell you about my own success story. Okay, SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, they are a lot. I think they are like 17. And very funny, even things that you might not consider mighty are under it. There's zero hunger, there's one of education, there's one of anything you can think of. Yeah, it's anything that is solving a problem. Like most of the time, can actually fall under an SDG. She said she was doing waste. They used to have SDG 1, SDG 2, SDG 3 till 17. Let's say I don't know where waste falls under, but waste can fall under, let's say, like 12. Yeah. So if you're offering any solution that tackles waste, yeah, that is an SDG. All you have to do now is to make more research about that particular SDG you're trying to, or that particular problem you're trying to solve, yeah. And then that's why we have ChatGPT, which is open source. You go there, then you ask it for more info. I think when I was still very like when I was concentrated with all this application and SDG stuff, I think that was way back in 2023. I applied for, I think that was Tony Alum TF, and that was for recycling. I think if you're recycling under waste management or something like that, or sustainable energy, yeah, I think that was SDG 14. And then you just have to do is to what is the problem? Like I said, you must have a problem statement. What's the problem that ordinary individuals are facing every day? That's number one. And then your solution. What kind of solution are you offering? How is it going to like solve the problem of probably the community or problem of recycling and waste and all that. Yeah. There's various other ways. Let me give you an example. There's climate change. Like you can be an advocate for climate change. You see some guys or some organizations every Saturday just go around school picking dustbin. Sorry, picking plastic and picking waste. Yeah, that can also fall under waste management and SDG. Yeah, you can just form a team. You guys will get a branded t-shirt. You pick dirty small, snap yourselves. That is how you guys can actually start up something. Yeah, you don't really need to have a million naira or $1 million for you to start all these things. Like she said, she actually started very small when her salary was as low as 85. And the good thing we are having here is that all of us here are students. And then she only started, I think, after she has left school. Like she said, she bought her first phone after her dad died with the money that they got from her dad's burial. So that means she started what she was doing after she had graduated from school. But we are still early. I'm sure most of us here are not in our final year yet. We can actually start now, and then before we get to final year or 2 years after we graduate, we'll be doing a whole lot of other things. Another example, if you go to Odenigwe, there's a part in Odenigwe that has a lot of dirty, like a heap of sand. I don't even know like the dustbin there is so bad. When you're passing there, you can actually perceive the smell and the odor and everything. You can write an SDG or whatsoever like concerning that particular kind of waste management. There is a lot. There's zero hunger. Zero hunger has to do with agriculture, sustainable livestock, a whole lot of things that can actually combat zero hunger and poverty. Okay, so I think I've said a whole lot. So let me just give my regard to put a pinch of salt to everything I've said. Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining the call today. So, the reason for this discussion was for us to hear from someone who has been doing a whole lot of things in order to encourage you to dream, encourage you to apply for opportunities, and also to inspire you that you have everything it takes to win, right? So the call was supposed to be a 1 hour call because our speaker has another meeting by 8 p.m. But the fire incident reduced our time, so it wasn't even up to an hour. Now, to every one of you who has been on this call today, who has listened to what she has said, if you check it very well, you see that you don't have any excuses. Jennifer says she didn't even have a phone, but everyone here has a smartphone. You have to be passionate about what you are doing. You have to create impact, and you know what you want, and then go for it. Then another thing she pointed out, which is very, very important for every one of us to take note of, is how to handle rejections. I know a whole lot of persons get overwhelmed or they get discouraged when they apply for opportunities and get rejected. But if I may ask you, have you got up to 100 rejections? Have you got up to 200 rejections? Then imagine someone getting over 300 rejections in 1 year, and yet she's still applying for more. So there are no excuses. And we are looking forward to seeing a whole lot of you making exploits, putting to work what you've heard today from our speaker. And if you have any questions, like you said, you can drop them here on this call. Later, we'll send them across to her and still send the answers to your questions here on the group, or you can still ask while we wait more before we end the call. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you have questions, we can take a few more questions, or you can type the question in the chat box. I think typing in the chat box would be better. Thank you.
Somebody was asking, what did she even say? For instance, I'm schooling in UNN and I won a scholarship to travel to the US. Is it advisable to go? And if I do, will I start afresh, like a fresher or what? For me, I'm in my in fact, I'm not in my final year. I don't graduate. I'm doing I've done defense and everything. If I still get an opportunity to the US, I'll leave everything I've done and I'm going to rush. I don't know. That's a personal choice. So it's open to everybody. Like every other person said, they love Nigeria. I don't love Nigeria. I'm sorry. Not like I don't love Nigeria, but I'm not a fan of Nigeria anymore. Recommendation letter is like, okay, somebody was asking. Okay. What are the requirements for one applying for scholarship? And Peculiar answered CGPA slash transcript. Yes, for apply when you're applying for scholarship, most of the time they ask you for your CGPA, except if you're a fresher, and then you can put, I think that's 5.0 if you don't have this thing yet. But if you're not a fresher, recommendation letter can come from your HOD. I think when I was in my first year, when I was looking for a scholarship, we just one day barged into our HOD office, sat down on his chair, tell him to sign our document, and he signed it. Easy. Statement of purpose, like personal statement. I don't know about this one. I think what it just means is your own perspective, like your statement of purpose. Why are you writing this? Why do you need this? I think something like that. Just tag me to your questions if you have anyone. So why carrying out community service? We should get them on pictures and videos. Like what I'm saying is, like she said, she's a member of team Upside class, yeah, and probably she has her own team, volunteers. They've gone to various IDP camps and do a lot of other stuff. So when you're applying for opportunities, yeah, this let me just say, these people that are in charge of all this are more after actions than words. Yeah. So while you are doing these community services, you can start by taking little pictures. At the end of the day, when you pack plenty dustbin, you pack everything one side, and then you take a picture of it with with yourself and everything, and have good documentation of all these things. If you're doing it every week, have it in, probably create a Google Drive and upload them on your Google Drive. Not that after a while you say my phone now clear, something like that. So have them in Google Drive, have everything detailed. That is just for waste. There's various other things. She said she started with reusable, what is that again? I think that's sanitary pad, yeah. Reusable sanitary pad. So there's a whole lot of things you can actually start that falls under SDG. There's recycling, there's agriculture. Agriculture even falls under all these people that like farming and everything. Um okay, please, she applied for about 300 scholarship, doesn't it? Okay, there's a difference between scholarship and opportunity. Okay, they are both of them are the same thing, but scholarship just falls under opportunities. Opportunities varies. Opportunities can be sponsored trip, like you said. She went to um she went to over 7 countries. Yeah, that is opportunity. What she wrote and her exploit took her to over 7 countries, and it is different from scholarship. What she said, she did not apply for 300. She got 300 rejections last year alone. So there's a whole lot of work for anybody to do. And I mean, I want to go abroad too and let my fire alarm ring. Do you get? Yeah. So um, what about somebody that have never applied, saved out of fear? Sorry, for somebody that has self doubt or fear, I think the best thing is to actually give it a shot first, and then you work on the outcome. Then you can form a team of, let's say, 3 persons. Like you said, her friends were pushing her to apply for more, and you get, so you can form a team of 5 persons, like-minded people that we always push you to like do more stuff. So, I think we'll be taking questions till 8:10, and then we'll end the call. If you have any question, you can actually ask on the group. I'm listening. But I'll still keep
Okay.
checking the. You can ask. You can unmute yourself and then ask a question.
Good
I'll answer
evening,
to the best
and
of
big
my ability.
good evening, Big Daddy. I have a question. So I was wondering whether since you're also a student of UNEC, right? That's
UNN,
for
but continue.
yes, a student of UNEC. So I was wondering maybe whether you can some sort of in a way organize us as students that are still here so we can actually like be together and be doing all these other SDGs. Even if I'm actually a bit lost in it, but maybe you can now like organize us so we actually understand what it actually takes so we can do it as a group. Let's not be doing it individually because it's better when we work together to achieve it. So I'm not sure how that can work.
Okay. Like I said, we have a group in which every persons that are aspiring to actually get all these things can join. So I'll beg the group is actually close source. So I'll beg my boss to like post the group link now, and then probably later on we can reset it so that it's not be open sourced. So there you can find other active people that are on SDG. You just go there and have a conversation. Please, who is also interested in SDGs like myself? Then you get a lot of persons, because it is more you get to do these things more when you guys are much than 2 3 persons. Because if I create a group now, add most of the people that will be there will be newbies, then they will be limited to so many informations. But in a group where we have so many people, then we can have so many to say. Any other question?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Um. Okay. You're interested in SDGs. Like I said, we're going to send the group link later on so you guys can join. Um. Let me check if there are other questions. There are no other questions. Okay, so I just want to thank everybody for coming onto the call and really appreciate. And to every woman out there, and for some guys that actually behave like women, yes. Shina Mother's Day. Okay, how happy
Chichi.
Women's Day to happy Women's Day to every one of you for 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 all the wonderful ladies and girls and women we have out there. Happy Mother's Day to you all. And
More than the. It shows how
sorry,
much you don't know.
sorry. When I go to become a man now, sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
hey.
I'm
sorry,
happy.
sorry,
It's
sorry.
not Mother's Day. Oh, sorry. It doesn't even want to say.
Sorry. Happy Women's Day to all of you. Sorry. Like I'm already seeing the future now. I mean, I'm already seeing the future. Probably that's what's wrong. Happy Women's Day to you all. And so you are lucky that you even said something. I would not even know if you're a girl or a boy. All these people that way they do it. So in that light, I would like to like every girl I see, I like to like call your name one after the other.
Yes.
Then probably like um Augustine Chioma and Sid. Rex is a guy. Chinere, Cecilia, Abbas Beloved, NSC Christiana Nwachukwu, Chioma, just Chioma, name and keep no break. Gift, Praise. I don't know if you're a guy. Tochukwu Jane, Jenny Smart, Noella, Grace, Judy, Chinaza, Christiana again. We have so many Christiana again. Marvelous, I don't know if you're a boy or a girl. Angela, Mbaki Nazareth, Esther, I to everybody, to Ella Chioma, to every girl I cannot pronounce. I'm so sorry. Happy Women's Day to you all, and thank you very much for coming into the call. Thank you very much. So, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah, take care. Good night, everyone.
Big Danny, good
Good
night.
night.
Yeah, good
Good
night.
night, everyone.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, all. Daniel, we're ending.